Hello children, welcome back. This would be my third video on fundamental concepts of algebra. Now if you have any doubt, then you should go through the previous videos again, because in these videos I have discussed with the basic terminology which we have to follow, which you have to remember in this chapter, in this basically algebra chapter, right? So in my previous second video, I have told you about the certain terms like what is an expression, then the term in an expression, monomial, binomial, right? Then coefficient and factors. Some major terms I discussed in the previous video. Today I am going to discuss some more terms with you, some more terminology. So pay attention for that. Very, very important. Today's class would be very important because I am going to introduce to you what are like terms and unlike terms, because a lot of working in algebra is based on like terms and unlike terms, right children? So let's proceed. Well, this would be my third video. So I am on algebraic fundamental concepts of algebra, third video. So what are like terms? Like terms. What are like terms? I'll take example. If the literal factor means alphabet part. Just remember, like if you have difficulty in remembering the term literal, alphabets. If the alphabet part of the term is same, exactly same, then they are like terms. Otherwise they are unlike terms. Like if it is 2AB. Now this is different from these two. So this is unlike term and these three are like terms. Very simple, but you have to be very clear with this. So like terms have the same literal factors, or the alphabet part is same. Unlike terms, these two are unlike terms. But if I write 3 by 2AB, so then these two are like terms, but they are unlike to the previous term, right? So it is clear to you? So like and unlike terms. So in my exercise 12B, there is question number 6 and 7 where you have to tell whether they are the like terms or unlike terms. So I'll do that part of the previous exercise today. Then one more term is there, polynomial. Well, do not get confused with the term multinomial and polynomial. Multinomial just tells you how many terms are there. 1, 2, 3, more than 3 terms, multinomial. Now it is polynomial, it is different. Now, what is a polynomial? If I take any algebraic expression, these are all also expressions, but I am taking 2a plus 3b minus 7ab, anything like that, plus 6. Now let's see the parts. Okay, I am writing here 2 and here I am writing q, right? Now these are the parts of the terms. This is one term, I am underlining the terms. These are the terms. There are 4 terms, right? And the part of this term. Okay, I will take only at the moment this. I will be teaching you. Now this is 3, power is 3. This is 2. This is 1. 1 we don't write, but 1. So if the power of the literal portion, that is that alphabet part, is non-negative. Non-negative means 0 also. It can be 0 also. See, 0 doesn't have any sign, plus or minus sign. So if the power is non-negative, that is positive or 0. 0 is allowed. Non-negative, it should not be negative, that's all. Then it is a polynomial. Now do not get confused, that's what I want to say. Now if I take this is a polynomial. And what type of polynomial? It is a multinomial, 4 terms. Now if I remove this, it is a polynomial, But how many terms are there? 3 terms. Trinomial. It is also a polynomial like that. Polynomial, how we decide? If in the expression the power of the alphabet, the exponent of the alphabet should be non-negative, 0 allowed, non-negative, minus sign should not be there, then it is a polynomial. Now this polynomial has how many terms? 2 terms. Like earlier one had, like that. Okay, 3 terms and all. Now one more term today I'll introduce, and that is degree of a term and then degree of a polynomial. Degree. First, degree of a term. Degree of the term. Now I'll take only one term. Say I'll take 2a cube only. One term only. Let's say this is only one term. There is no other term there. So whatever is the power here is the degree of that term. So the degree here is what? Now be very careful, children. I will be telling you 2-3 things, so be careful. Okay. Now if it is 5x, y. Now there are 2 alphabets. In this term, how many alphabets are there? 2 alphabets. So we add the exponent or the power of both the alphabets. Now this is 1 and 1. Raised to power 1 and 1. So what is degree of this term? 1 plus 1, 2. Clear? One more example. 6 by 7, a square, b and c. Now what is the degree of this term? 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4. So that is how you find degree of the term. So this is clear, degree of term. Now if it is the expression, the polynomial, we can find degree which has a polynomial which has more than one term. Then what it would be? Of a polynomial with more than one term. Polynomial degree more than one term. Say 4a cube plus 6a square minus 9. Any expression. Now more than one term. So then in that case what you do? You find degree of each term. Orally, it's so easy, we can do it orally. Highest 3, this is 2, and since there is nothing, it is 0. Constant, degree of constant is 0. It is 0, children, not 1, it is 0, right? So here, what is the highest? This is degree 3, this is degree 2, right? So the highest degree is the degree of polynomial. So what is the degree of polynomial here? What is the degree here, children? Is this 3. Right, children? That is what you have to do. We find degree of each term, and the one with the highest degree is the degree of polynomial. Right? So this is how you are going to remember this thing, degree and polynomial. And I have introduced one more term, like and unlike terms. So so that you are thorough with it, let's do questions based on this. So for like terms and unlike terms, we have exercise 12b. Some questions there, children, that I am taking up. Exercise 12b. Let's do it. 12b. Yes. Question number, no, that's question number 6. Only one question is there. Group like terms together. So since in my previous video, I have not discussed like terms, so I did not take up this question of this exercise that day. So now today I am taking exercise 12b, question number 6. Now I'll take up, there are only 3 parts, so I'll take up first and third part. And they are asking us, this is the entire question. Question I am not writing, children. I'll write down like terms. So the first like term, now 5x, I'll take the term with 1x only. 3 upon 5x and x. This is in one line. In the next line, minus 6y, the same alphabet part, minus y, 5 by 7y, and minus 1 by 2y. So write in separate lines the like terms. So these three are one set of like term and these are the another set of like term. Very easy to learn. But just you have to know the terms which we use, right? Maybe the third one also. Now children, one more thing. Let me tell you one more thing. If it is A, B, C, right? And we write it as C, B, A. Or I write B, C, A. We know the property in multiplication, the order does not make any difference. Whether it is 2 into 3 or 3 into 2, the result is same, right? We have done it in whole number chapters. Same thing applies here. If the order is ABC or the order is CBA or BC, they are same. So all these are what? Like terms. So do not get confused. We should see which ones are multiplying each other, same alphabets, then they are like terms, right? So let's take question number third subpart. Well, again like terms. So I'll be selecting like terms. I'll first copy the first one and then I'll copy its like terms. So first one is 2p square q. Now remember, p we should be having part 2 and q. Order doesn't make any difference. So any p square, no. Yes, we have the third one, children, third one. 8 q p square. Order is different, but see it is p square, same, q. So both of these are like terms, right? Now next I'll take minus 3p q square. Now p should be raised to power 1, q square. Now let's see q square. Yes, 7 q square p. Order is different, but they are again what? Like terms. And the third line, 6 p square q square, and we have minus 8 q square p square. Order is different. Now this part is teaching you that even if order is different, they are like terms. If the alphabet part is same, order can be different if they are multiplying each other or dividing also for that matter. Then they are like terms. Now this is clear. Now I'll take up exercise 12C, where about polynomial and degree of polynomial. Now all the questions are almost similar, so I'll directly take up question number 3 because that would cover up all the other questions also. So exercise 12C. Now for your assignment in your classwork register, you do question number 3 only, right? Question number 3, all the parts. So that you can do, and remaining in your practice register, right children? Because as I told you, practice is important. In your classwork register, you do only question number 3. And in your practice register, you can do the remaining questions. So, which of the following are polynomials? Now, how we identify polynomials? What did I tell you? See that the power, exponent of the alphabet should not be negative. It should be non-negative. So, first of all, we have to identify whether it is polynomial or not, and then we have to tell its degree. So, that would cover all the different types of questions which are there. So, I will be copying down, say, second, fourth, 6, 8. First the question, then I have to tell whether it is polynomial or not, and then third I have to tell its degree. So it would cover up all the 3 things. I am copying the question too. Second, x square plus y square minus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. x plus 1 upon y plus 2 upon z. Sixth, x square plus 1 upon x square plus 4. Eighth, x plus 1 upon x. I'll take one more. Say 7. 1 upon 2 p square q square plus 3 upon 4 q square r square plus 5 by 6 p square r square. Now, I'll tell you the reason why I've taken one more. Now, how to first, before I move on, I continue with this question, let me tell you that how would you know whether the power of the alphabet is positive or zero, right? If it is not negative. Now, if the alphabet, pay attention children, listen carefully. If the alphabet is in the denominator, if it is in the denominator, then it has negative power. Well, if we don't write it here, but then it is not a polynomial. Just remember for the time being, there will be certain rules which will be taught to you in your higher classes. You will understand better. So for the polynomial, first of all, see that the power should not be negative, one condition. And second, if the alphabet is in denominator, then second condition. And one more condition is there. I'll just write it here for you all. The third condition is, if the alphabet is with under root sign, then also it is not a polynomial. Three conditions it would not be a polynomial. First, that the power is negative. Second, if the alphabet is in the denominator, or if it is square root. You will study further. If it is under decimal, you don't have any such example in your book. So if it is square root, then also it is not a polynomial. So you do not worry about the third condition. So let's see. We have simple cases to begin with. So all are positive, so it is a polynomial. Alphabets in the denominator, it is not a polynomial. Alphabet is in the denominator, it is not a polynomial. Again, alphabet is in the denominator, it is not a polynomial. And here, alphabet, numbers can be in denominator, no problem. But alphabet is not in the denominator, it is a polynomial and all positive. Now, only if it is a polynomial, then we can write its degree. Right? You will not write degree for an expression which is not a polynomial. So, we will not write degree here, we will not write degree here, we will not write degree here. Right? Not degree. So, that is why I have taken one extra, so that we can write the degree. Now, how we write degree like in this? We find degree of each term. Now, I can do it mentally too. 2, degree 2 of this term, degree 2 of this term. Now there are two alphabets, we add the parts of both. So 1 plus 1, 2, this is the degree, this is also degree 2. 1 plus 1, 2, this is also degree 2. 1 plus 1, 2, this is also degree 2. So what is the highest degree of any term in this polynomial? Highest degree of any term? 2. So the highest degree is the degree of the polynomial. So 2 is the degree of the polynomial, right? Okay, so we will not write degree for these. Now come here. Degree of this term, 2 plus 2, 4. I am writing just so that it clear to you. Degree of this term, 2 plus 2, 4. Degree of this term, 2 plus 2, 4. What is highest in all this? 4. Because they are all same. But we select the highest. So here, highest itself is 4. So what is the degree of this polynomial? So you will do question number 3, all the parts in your classwork register, and remaining you will practice, children, in your practice register. So don't leave the questions, children, because it is see, you are doing it to begin with, you are doing it, so you require to practice it, right? So all the questions of this exercise 12C, So question number 3, all the parts in your classwork register. Now before that children, certain definitions that you have to write. I asked in my previous video to leave some space there. There you can add up. Page 170, 170, definition of like and unlike terms. So that you will write down. I'll read it. Like terms. Two monomials having same literal factors are called like or similar terms, and write two examples. Unlike terms. Two monomials having different literal factors are called unlike or dissimilar terms, and write one example. Then on page question number 6, you can continue with that exercise. Then on the next page you can write the definition of polynomials and degrees. So on the next page, right? So polynomials is definition is on page 172. 172, underline it. Polynomials in one variable. An algebraic expression of the in the form where a, b, c, d, etc. are constant, that means numbers, and x is a variable, is called polynomial in X. The highest power of x is called the degree of the polynomial, right children? Then next, just write one example. Then next one is polynomial in two or more variables. An algebraic expression in two or more variables is called a polynomial if every variable in it has only positive integral powers. Positive, that means no negative value. Integral means no fractions there, that is 1 by 2 or any such thing. So integral powers. But I have explained to you, you remember that. You write this definition. Then next definition would be degree of a polynomial in two or more variables. In case of polynomial in more than one variable, the sum of the powers of the variables in each term is taken, and the highest sum is the degree of the polynomial in one example. Now children, I have in my explanation, see, I am telling you, you don't have to learn these definitions. I am not asking you to learn it, but do write it and see this video maybe 1 or 2 times so that these terms are clear to you. Maybe in one view you may not be able to understand, or you may not be able to remember. You may understand, you may not be able to remember the terms. So it's up to you. As quickly you are able to understand, you view the video and then do the exercise. So for this exercise 12C, question number 3 in your classwork register and remaining in your practice register. Right children? So take care till we meet again. God bless you. Bye.